Inside your bedroom, we stopped counting the days, lost in the rhythm.
Hello, happy Sunday. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm stressed. Everybody goes back to school / work because my husband works in the school system this week, and there's so much to do. My house is a disaster because it has taken a hit from all of the prep and preparing for the first week of school. And there's all the first week of school events this week. Meet the Teacher is tomorrow. And oh my gosh, I'm so ready for it because it means everybody will be at their respective places. So I should get more writing done because I always do. Once the fall hits, it's just like, I don't know what it is. It just like refreshes me. Everyone goes back to school and I don't know. It's just easier to get things done. So I am feeling good about that, but man, it is busy and it's going to be stressful for just a hot second. Today I have been working on the interior formatting for Curse of Blood and Sight. I have most of it done. I need to finish writing my acknowledgements. I've done the about the author, except I need to update all of my links in the back matter. I've done all the chapter headers. Everything's pretty much done and ready for proofreading. I just need to wrap things up and move on. So I think tonight, maybe a little bit of that. I'm hoping to get some writing done, or at least get myself back into that mindset and get myself back into the world of Snow at Sunset, because that is one of the big projects this week that I really want to tackle big, is getting back to writing that book. I am still hoping that I can finish that book, finish writing it by the end of August, so that I can have a September editing date for my editor. I think actually what I'm going to do is reach out to her and go ahead and set an official date for that, because once I have a deadline set for myself, I really do work a whole lot better. I am really good self-motivating myself. I work really well with my own personal goals and parameters, but having that set up will make me feel better because it's one less thing off my plate, for one, and it'll make things a lot less stressful, I think, going into publication for Snow at Sunset, because that will already be set for me and the date will be secure for editing. And that is more of what I'm worried about, is not being able to get in with her. So I think I will go ahead and reach out to her and set a deadline for myself, like a hard deadline of editing. I think I'm going to do that. So maybe tonight the goal is setting that stuff up, plus finishing interior formatting for Curse of Blood and Sight, because once I do that, then it's just the paperback wrap, which is what I am hoping to tackle and finish this week, because I want to get that book, a proof copy, ordered for myself. I think I will order a copy from Ingram Spark as well and get that going too. And because I do technically have 2 people I could have on working with me as proofreaders, so I may utilize that this time around just to help speed things up. And then I also need to start collecting information for my ARC team. So I know in the past I have had my set ARC team, or so I have tried. I think that my emails, when I'm using my mailing list the way I have done it in the past, I think my emails may be getting lost in the mix for my ARC team. I think that is what happened with my ARCs for Trial of Flame and Wings. It was not happy with the way that turned out. So I think I'm going to go back to collecting individual emails for my ARC team per book. At least that way it will be, catered to those readers specifically as well. So I think we're gonna go back to that and send ARCs out individually like that, which is not my most favorite way to do that because it's time consuming, but I do think it will end up being more successful on the back end. So I have that going too. Lots and lots of things this week. Writing update. It is Tuesday and tomorrow everybody goes back to school. So Alex officially starts with kids at work because he's been working all summer, but kids come back tomorrow. Finn goes to kindergarten, which is exciting. He is very excited. He has been all summer waiting to go back to school, so that will be nice. And I have a little bit more downtime in my schedule tomorrow, which is nice because I need to wrap up some paperwork, and I also am really hoping to have a big writing day because I did not have so much of one today. I did get to like a pretty big point in Snow at Sunset, so I'm hoping that things will really take off because yesterday and today, sitting down when I have the time anyway and actually getting writing done has been easier. I feel like I've hit my stride. I have also found some new songs that have been really helping fit the vibes and just helping me settle into the story a little bit. I've been listening to Ed Sheeran's new song, A Little More, I think is what it's called. I've been listening to that on repeat recently as I've been writing, and it's been super helpful in setting the tone for this book. So things are going really well. I am feeling good and getting lots done. I also have upped my marketing game. I've been posting a little bit more, promoting my book, and it seems to be really helping. So that is also a really nice thing to report. So holy moly, dogs are barking. I think it's time to go in. Hi, hello, good morning. It's Wednesday. It is also the very first day of school. I have a kindergartner this year. So Alex went off to work early because he also works at a school. And I just dropped Finn off. Super fun. He's really excited about going back to school. Finn has never had an issue with like meeting new people and those kinds of opportunities. He's never been the kind of kid to be like shy or concerned about that. And so he was really excited for today. He's been counting down the days for back to school. So I am so thankful that I have a kid like that loves school. As for me, I am really tired. I was up really late last night. I just bit the bullet. I decided to stay up late. I had a ton of paperwork that I needed to get in, things I had been waiting on in order to finish up. And I finally got those yesterday. And so I had a paperwork party last night and I did all of that for therapy things. And I wasn't in bed until like midnight, and then I struggled to go to sleep. So I am tired, but I'm glad I did that because I have a pretty big gap in the middle of my day today that I plan to use for writing, strictly for writing. I do need to finish up some things, some details for Curse of Blood and Sight for the interior. So I may kind of go back and forth between that task and writing. Maybe picking around at Curse of Blood and Sight, the interior, is what I can do while I'm having lunch. That might be what I do kind of as a break because I really don't have very much left of that. What I would love to do is to at least finish the interior today. That way I can get a paperback page count, because in order to figure out how large the trim for the paperback cover needs to be, in order to figure out what size that needs to be, I need the official page count. So I would love if I could get the page count today. So I think that might be the plan, is to try to tackle that over lunch and spend the rest of the day writing. Because last night or yesterday, I got like maybe a couple hundred pages written. I did not get very much done for Snow at Sunset. which is okay. I don't know. It's not the end of the world. I wish I had gotten more yesterday, but there just wasn't time during the day to fit it in. And I know when I have longer stretches of time to dedicate to things like this, like today, I write a whole lot more. And so I'm hoping that I can just have a writing marathon today and get like a nice solid 3,000, almost 4,000 maybe words written. So I'm kind of hoping for just shy of a 5K day today. So let's go to work. Let's see if I can do it. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Yes, my hair is a disaster. It is still drying from the morning shower. So this morning I am working on the paperback cover for Curse of Blood and Sight, and I just sat down, I got stuff mocked up, and then I realized I have not actually written the official blurb for this book. So I guess that is on my plate today as well, because my goal is to have a paperback proof copy ordered today, probably from Amazon only. I think I may wait to do Ingram Spark until I confirm that Amazon looks okay. So that's the plan. That is what we are working on. Let me show you what I got so far. Here's what I got. I am digging it so far. It looks a little bit wonky because on this side, the margins are actually slightly further in than what you see. So it may look a little bit off center, and that would be why. And then of course, this information is going to change for Curse of Blood and Sight, because that is the blurb from Curse of Wings and Darkness. But I think I have everything else that I need. I've actually been toggling back and forth from Curse of Blood and Sight to Curse of Wings and Darkness, just to double check, like, mock up that things kind of like look the same. I stole a lot of stuff from Curse of Wings and Darkness and then just copy pasted over here. So I am liking the way this is looking so far. I kind of wonder if my name at the bottom is slightly larger in Curse of Wings and Darkness than Curse of Blood and Sight. But maybe not. I don't know. We will see. I think I'm going to have to order a paperback copy and then put it side by side with the actual paperback copies to get like a full picture of that. Woo! Okay, we are taking a quick break, had lunch, and now we are walking June around the yard, and I have started working on the blurb for Curse of Blood and Sight. So far, it is going okay. Usually the hook is the hardest part for me to write, but I actually came up with it fairly quickly. And it's the most developed of the blurb that I have so far. I don't know if I've actually talked too in depth about this, but I have kind of a system for working on blurbs. If you've been around any length of time, then you know that I'm not really a plotter. I like to pants books. I do a very loose outline, and even then I don't stick to the outline a lot of the time for the book. But when it comes to blurbs, I actually do sort of follow an outline, and I think it's because it's a shorter work, and so it's a little bit easier to maybe follow that kind of a structure. But I do have sort of a system that I use when I create blurbs that works for me. So maybe I'll post about that another time. Maybe that's something I will create and share for Patreon. I think I may have already shared it for Patreon, but maybe I will, I don't know, refine that post to make it prettier than what the one I use. But that is what we are doing now, is working on the blurb. So the goal for me is to get the blurb written and finalized, or at least a draft of it that I like. I can always refine it later, and put it on my paperback cover, and then upload all of the documents and order a proof copy today. That's the goal. So we will see if we can accomplish it. I'm feeling pretty dang good about it. So today is really a Curse of Blood and Sight day and not so much a Snow at Sunset drafting day. I did get a little bit of writing done on Snow at Sunset last night, not very much, just like a couple hundred words, honestly. So I'm really struggling to find time to sit down and work on that book because honestly, I am very concerned nowadays about being interrupted. And so it is really hindering my progress because it's hard for me to get into that writing headspace and fall into the story when I'm worried that I'm going to be interrupted at any moment's notice. So I've actually found that, and this is like completely backwards from normal for me, but I've actually found that I'm having an easier time writing at work in my work office than I am writing here at home. And usually it's the opposite. I usually have a much easier time writing in general when I am home than when I am out. Even if I go out specifically, like go to a coffee shop or something to do that, I usually have a harder time writing when I'm out. But it's actually been easier to do all of my writing and it's more productive when I'm away from home. So I think I may have to kind of shift the way I tackle things, just knowing that, and carve out more time during the daytime to work on writing projects. So we will see. But for now, we are gonna go inside and continue working on this blurb and hoping to get that done very, very soon so we can start doing cover design and proof ordering. Good morning. Happy Sunday. We woke up early and Alex and I watched Mad Men, and I just finished the morning chores, which are just laundry and dishes. And now I'm getting ready to sit down and get organized for the week. My desk is a disaster. Oh my gosh. Other exciting things, I got a proof copy ordered for Curse of Blood and Sight. That is super exciting. I actually should look to see when that is going to be delivered because I'm not for sure. Hopefully sometime this next week, but I do know that author copies and things like that sometimes take a little bit more time. So we will see. As soon as that gets to me though, I'm gonna double check that cover stuff looks good, and then I am handing it off to my proofreader friend. She's gonna read through it, make sure there's nothing wrong with it. And I think at that point, so very, very soon, I am going to be opening up my application for ARC readers. So I already told you guys previously in this video that I'm doing that a little different. So I'm really excited. This is a really good time to end this video because one, I need to edit it and get it up online for you guys, but also I would like to enjoy my morning coffee while I start organizing for this next week and making all of my notes, all of my to-do lists. So hopefully all of that goes well. My plan is to get back to writing Snow at Sunset and do as much as I possibly can. I'm gonna hope that I can get a lot of that done tonight as well. Yeah, so hopefully that stuff goes well. So anyway, in the meantime, thank you guys so much for following along. Check out the links below for all the fun goodies. There's some discount codes in the description box as well as my social media accounts and all of my books. So put a comment below. Tell me what you're looking forward to this next week. What is something you accomplished this week that you are super proud about? So for me, it is finishing things for Curse of Blood and Sight. I am very, very proud of that. So I want to know what you're proud of that you accomplished this week and what you're hoping to accomplish next week. So thank you guys so much. Read books, be kind. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.